Hello, and welcome to another day on the channel. My name is RNGesus, and today we'll be doing the Arena Open Day 1. So, sorry I haven't played in a while. I've been sick recently and just have been flooded with schoolwork. But now I am back making videos. So, thank you for your patience, and without further ado, let's jump into our packs and see what we open. Plus, we get the school shieldred. Mixed up sealed pass, cool. So, let's see what we get. Okay, Shauna's a great card. As a 3/3 card draw engine that cares about life gain. Garden of Benalia is amazing. And then green looks strong with Llanowar Green Widow and Llanowar Loam Speaker. Joyra isn't that great. I've seen it pop off once, and that was with like 4 of the Shield Wall Sentinels, because they just kept tutoring each other. And then Phasing of Zolfir is also not that great, just because it doesn't really wipe the board and just instead creates a bunch of tutus. So it's not that great, but everything else in this pack looks pretty good. Green-white. So hopefully our green-white is pretty strong. Let's see what we got. That is 4 take up the shields. So white looks relatively decent. Guardian, Vanguard, like 1 take up the shield. 2 Mesa Cavaliers, Captain's Call, Prayer, and Acolyte, and Destroy Evil. But that's mostly the entirety of white. Like, Heroic Charge is playable-ish. Maybe even a second of both of those, but not really. This is kind of what we have in white. I kind of want to check out what green has before we move on to anything else. So green has... We'll see if one guy's might works. Colossal Growth, Loam Speaker, Prodigy, Iconoclast. Not bad. Not bad at all. Has some ramp, some fixing, some decent creatures. I don't hate it. Colorless of Note, we got 1 Relic of Legends, so that's pretty good fixing. Same with Radiant Grove, Idyllic Beachfront, and we got 1 Crystal Grotto, 3 Crystal Grottos. Wow. Okay. Red, besides like a Lightning Strike, doesn't look all that good, so I don't think we're ever playing red. In blue, we've got a lot of good cards. Let me just clear this out real quick. Got Timely, Essence, 2 Haunting Figments, which we're probably just going to play 1 of them. So I'll just like cut 1, see how that looks. Impede Momentum's playable, Impulse, Joint, Tide Turner, 2 Soaring Drakes, 2 Lookouts, Frost Fist. Blue looks pretty good. Yeah, and then black feels kind of bad just because it has some powerful cards, but it's also probably one of our lowest count colors. Like we got Double Cut Down, 1 Battle Rage probably, Night, Toxic, Tribute, Rager, Extinguish. But that's still only a few cards. That's like 8 cards. Sorry, Black, but we can't play you. So yeah, let's check out what the green, white, black, green, white, blue deck looks like. Because green, white, blue seems pretty powerful, and we've got the fixing for it. Vine Shaper. This looks pretty good. And honestly, I think we might run like two take up the shields just for the fact that Shauna cares about life gain, and 1 is a great protection spell, and 2 is able to give a bunch of life. Might just run more combat tricks in general with Gaia's Might and Colossal Growth. So yeah, don't hate it. I like this a lot. Do we have any off-color kicker? We've got Colossal Growth, but that is it. Oh, and Timely Interference. So honestly, I like Niall a lot, but mostly in a domain deck, when you deal combat damage, you draw cards. We've got Tribute, Bog, so like, I'm just separating these into what colors they help fix us for. And I've got like 2 black lands. Yeah, I think we just cut all these. I don't think it's worth it to try and splash those lands. Yeah, especially since we don't have any good kicker cards. Okay, now what are some cuts? Gaia's Might. Like, I like combat tricks in this deck. Since we're a little late on removal, like, we've got Destroy Evil, Prayer of Binding, Scatter, but that is it in the way of removal. So I do like the 2 combat tricks, especially with Shauna. Hexbane Tortoise, very medium, can be easily cut. Haunting Figment, same thing, could be easily cut. Tide Turner's really filler of a card. We could cut the Charismatic Vanguard. Do we cut the Niall? Like, this is just going to be whenever it deals combat damage to player scry 3. 4 mana, 2/4. Except you can't keep multiple cards. You can only keep 1. Yeah, so I think we cut the Niall here. Yeah, it's just not as powerful as you'd want it to be. Any of the 5-drops, all my 5-drops are super solid, so I don't want to really cut any of those. Take up the shields we can throw into the combat trick section. Yeah, I guess Gaia's Might gets worse when we cut a bunch of lands, so let's cut Gaia's Might. Do we want to run the Scout the Wilderness? Like, we're not really a ramp deck. Our curve ends at 5. Yeah, I think we cut Scout. And we don't really need the fixing. Like, we've got Relic of Legends, Llanowar Loam Speaker, Impulse to Dig Deep, Joint Exploration to Dig Deep. Yeah, we don't really need the fixing. How many instant sorceries do we have? 8 instants, 1 sorcery for Wrath. It's still pretty good. It's just a board pump. Better than the Vanguard. Sorry. Probably cut the Vanguard. Yeah, I cut the Vanguard. Maybe cut a Drake. It's decently sized flyer. Maybe 1 take up the shield is cuttable. Nah, I kind of need it. With this deck with so little removal, we just need combat tricks to help push in. I guess we could have Soaring Drake, since it's just a 2/3 flyer with no other text, although it's decently sized. Doesn't really do much. And we got Mesa Cavaliers and Lookouts already in the air, so we don't really need a 2/3. And an Acolyte, so... What next? I think, like, Destroy Evil's probably the cut, even though this is sealed. Everyone's going to be playing some big chunky creatures, so I think Destroy Evil's fine. Maybe Take Up the Shield? Yeah, I just got one Take Up the Shield. This is fine. So, 4 more cuts. Let's look at our creature curve. So we got very few, like, besides removal stuff, instant sorcery, just card draw or whatever. Like, Joint Exploration digs pretty deep, but I don't think we need it just for the fact that we're not trying to ramp too much. Like, we just want Cassie's on curve. Yeah, I guess we can cut Joint Exploration. I don't really want to cut any more non-creature stuff, so let's cut a creature. Or I'm just... I don't know what to cut here. I guess one Tala's Lookout, since it's double blue, which is a little harder on the curve. Yeah, cut one Tala's Lookout. And then... what do we cut? Impulse? It digs deep, but is that all it does? Like, it works well with Wrath, but that's it. It just digs deeper. Yeah, let's cut Impulse. Then one more card. Soaring Drake. Cut it over a Mesa Cavalier or something. Like, we want the life gain for Shauna, so Mesa Cavalier is much better than Soaring Drake in this deck. Our blue's getting pretty light in this deck, though. Like, we've got 7 blue pips left. Oh, by the way, let's cut these Crystal Grottos. We're not going to play them. I want to cut a 5-drop, but they're all just really powerful. Acolyte's great, Strider's great, Elfhame Worm's great, Baloth's great. Yeah, just cut a Soaring Drake. Mesa Cavaliers are just better. So yeah, deck looks pretty good. I like it. Hopefully this deck turns out doing pretty well. If you didn't watch the entire deck building and just wanted to see the end result, Well, here you go. Let's run over things. Our removal is Destroy Evil, Take Up the Shield as a combat trick, Essence Scatter as a counter spell, Colossal Growth as a combat trick, and Prayer of Binding as a good removal spell. We have another combat trick that's off to the side as Timely Interference, just to make sure our creature survives combat. Guardian of New Benalia, super strong card, hard to kill. Llanowar Loam Speaker, ramp, and can also create some attackers. Vine Shaper Prodigy is a 2/2 baseline that can draw you a card later in the game. Iconoclast, 2 mana 3/2 with trample, sometimes can get kicked. Wrath, Weatherlight Stalwart, can draw a few cards every once in a while, and then most of the time it's going to be a board pump. Double Mesa Cavalier as a 2/1 flyer, gains 2 life, which we care about life gain because of this Shauna Purifying Blade, which is a super good card draw engine and the main reason why we're running the combat tricks. Llanowar Green Widow, very strong, big body. 3 mana, 4/3, reach trample that can return itself later. Relic of Legends, just some good mana fixing. And can also help produce other colors of mana like Timely, Colossal Growth, Kick, Iconoclast, Kiss, etc. There's a Captain's Call, it's just some token generation. Tala's Lookout, pretty sizable flyer. Magnagoth Sentry, pretty solid 4-drop. Shalai's Acolyte, 3/4 flyer for 5. That you can kick it to become a 5/6. Frostfist Strider, 4/4 Ward 2, locks himself down. Elfhame Worm, 5/4 Vigilance Trample, pretty solid. And finally, Linebreaker Baloth, 4/5 Enlist, and can't be chump blocked by small creatures. And then we got 4 plains, 5 islands, and 6 forests, with basically a 6/6/7 split, because greens are fixing color and also our main color. So yeah, if you enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe button. And without further ado, let's jump into game 1 and see how the deck does. On the draw, this hand's missing green and can't cast anything in the hand. But if we do draw a green source, it becomes insane. And we're on the draw, so I think I'll risk it and try it. We'll see how this goes. There we go, green source. Never punished. I'm just so good at this game. Hey, there's a Guardian of New Benalia. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we'll lead off with our 2 mana rare. That doesn't hold priority. Jeez. Yikes. Things are looking a little scary. Honestly, if they name Mesa Cavalier, we can just cast Relic. So they're probably going to name Frostfist here. It's either like Frostfist or Tala's Lookout. Yep. There it is, Frostfist. They pass, we draw a Wrath. Pretty good. We can cast Relic into Wrath. Relic into Mesa. Relic into Tala's Lookout. Or Relic. Or we can just cast Tala's. Huh. We don't have any instant sorceries to capitalize on Wrath, so I don't think we want to cast Wrath. So just cast a Lookout. Trades off with the Peacekeeper. Might force them to discard a card to Guardian, and then we can get some land for our next draw. If Talos dies. Oh, well, that's a geyser, so that sucks for us. Now I can just smack in for 5. And scry 2. Yikes. That hurts. Well, no land also hurts. Just rerun out the Tall's Lookout. Pray they don't have another geyser. Yeah, because missing land sucks. If they swing with the Guardian, we'll 100% block. We can't afford to take like 5 too many times. And plus, get this card advantage. Because they go down a card, we go up a card. Feels pretty good. If they're playing a land, they 100% have another land in hand, so their hand's not looking that great. But the Scry's going to mold it a bit better. Oh, they discard a Lookout. Interesting. Guess they might have wanted to hold that land. Essence Scatter, Growth. I don't think we have time to hold up Scatter. Tura. Sure. Okay, we draw land. That means we can Relic into Cavalier. We can cast Elfhame Worm, but they'll just enlist and discard. Yeah, Relic, Mesa. That means they can't. They can attack with Guardian, and then just discard a card to save it. That's another card down for them. And they discarded a spell, so unless they draw a land, I feel like this is a fine play. Although we do keep losing more and more on board. Although we might just, like, not block, since we might want to need to double block for Tura. Oh, they're not swinging with Guardian. Interesting. They also played an Aquifer, so that probably tells us that they've just been missing black for a bit. Or black might just be a splash color. Who knows? Cool. That's a good draw. Cast our Frost Fist buddy. Tap Tura. Pass the turn. We are stabilizing. Never mind. The Archangel of Wrath. I mean, they've got one card left. So do we trade off here with that last card? Like, we're going to play a Wrath and Mesa Cavalier next turn, hold up Colossal. We could block the Peacekeeper. Yeah, I think we have to block here. Even though they can just discard a card or just cast Take Up the Shield, yeah. It hurts, but I think that's what we gotta do. Cast Mesa Cavalier. Cast Wrath for the card draw. Or do we cast Iconoclast to block Guardian / Peacekeeper? I think we're going to have to lose a bit of card advantage here, but I think that's fine if we can stabilize. This gives +3/+3, so we can eat the Archangel. Yep. That sucks for us. Hey, what can you do? Okay, block here. Block here, force them to discard a card. Or, no, we'll just keep discarding, I feel. So we'll just block the Peacekeeper. Guarantee something dead. Growth the Cavalier. Eat the Archangel. Writhing Necromass. Well, now I feel bad. Elfhame Worm. Wrath. Pass a turn. We need to see a Prayer of Binding soon. This is only as sorcery, yeah, so I think we chump block here. Jeez, why? What are these top decks? I mean, Guardian of Benalla keeps scrying them, but I was not expecting that. Yeah, that's just game. GG's. Their deck, look, the Guardian of Benalia did so much work that game. On to the next one, I guess. Not a great start, but what can you do? That was a powerful deck. On the draw, hand looks fine. Llanowar Loam Speaker, Shauna. Let's just hope that they don't have a good creature to block Shauna, or else Shauna gets a little worse. They play a Loam Speaker. We play a Loam Speaker. But Mesa Cavalier looks great. That way we can play Shauna turn 3, turn 4, Mesa Cavalier, pay 2. Just get a bunch of card advantage. Well, they Lightning Strike. Luckily for us, they Lightning Strike the wrong thing. Because we just have something better. But good to know they're playing Jund. Good to know. Shield Wall Sentinel, perfect. So we can just take this turn to draw 3 cards. Ooh, but that's scary. No, not that. End step, we draw 3 cards, yeah. And then we just discard a card, probably a land. Actually, probably discard Relic since we don't really need the ramp. Wing Mantle, Chaplain. We are 100% Prayer of Binding that. Move to combat, swing for 3. We could possibly punish them for doing, like, a block like this. With Timely. Eat the Loam Speaker. Timely Interference. And they concede to the Shauna card draw engine. Ah, that's fair. Like, we're just gonna keep drawing cards. Can't kill it. On to the next game. This hand looks fine. We'll keep. On the draw this time. Another land doesn't feel that good, but hopefully we'll draw something. Like, we're gonna need another force eventually for this Baloth. But until then, we've got at least some stuff to hold the ground a bit. Clockwork Drawbridge. Not the greatest card in the world. Wait, what? Oh, no! No! I punted! No! I played the green source and not a blue source. I'll probably be fine. Just cast a Mesa Cav. We're just doing that so they don't kill our Wrath, obviously. Yeah. Until we can get immediate value from it. Like Elfhame Worm. See? Never punished. Play a white source. Cast Wrath. Cast Destroy Evil. See? Never punished. I'm just that good. I could see the future and see that we didn't have to cast Wrath and give them any information. Yeah. Yeah. Hexbane Tortoise. Annoying, but we can deal with that relatively easily. Bite down. See, they would have just done that play if we played Raph earlier, so I just think 10 steps ahead. Just slam a Baloth. Hard to block for them. Big chunky creature to block the tortoise. Sky Knight, sure. Into a Destroy Evil. Annoying. Frostfist Strider, pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Slam Frostfist, yeah. Tap the Knight. Smack for 2. Pass. Sure, they could tap down the Frostfist and pay Ward if they didn't draw anything, but for 3 damage, I'm sure taking up their entire turn is fine. They play the Phalanx. And they can use their extra mana to Drawbridge. Relic of Legends. Kick Iconoclast. Tap Cavalier, sure. Smack for 4. Sure. Fine by me. If they have a creature, we can scatter it. Otherwise, we're just taking 6. Land off the top, not amazing. Could we win this race? No, they just keep tapping down our stuff. But there's not much we can do about that. So I think we just have to keep attacking since they're just going to keep tapping down our stuff. And pray for something. Prayer of Binding. Actually, maybe holding back the Mesa Cavalier would have been good, because then it forces them to use their drawbridge on their turn. So, punt by me. Green Widow, let's scatter that. Because I don't think they have anything else in their hand. And it costs 6 mana to bring this back. Come on, we gotta draw something off the top here. Loam Speaker. Not the greatest, but it's a card. And we're going to need to hold back everything right now. Just so we don't die. Do we play a land? I'm not sure there's a reason to. Yep, we take 6, go down to 1. Another Mace Cavalier off the top would be great, but that's not it. Oh well, GG's. I mean, glad he held the land for Guardian. But that's just game. Well, maybe we cut the Relic of Legends, since I don't think we need the fixing, even in this 3-color deck. Yeah, I'm just going to go back, throw out the Relic. Add in, like, a Take Up the Shield. Tala's Lookout. Niall. Just throw in the impulse. Like, we've got... Well, flying is annoying. We have a lot of creatures that can just block flying. It's just that we never drew them. So yeah, just run it back like that without the Coalition Relic. Hopefully that's better. Missing white. We can cantrip with interference. Can't really do anything with this hand. I think we mulligan. This is better. Bottom of plains. Play a Grove pass. I think we hold the Vine Shaper here. Since we're just one land draw off away of casting it. I think they also have a Vine Shaper. Oh, nope, just a Herd Migration. I mean, glad it's in the graveyard, but that's scary. So, Domain. Rager, sure. Loam Speaker. Swing for 2. Pass. Sure, playing Mace Cavalier is fine, but we're missing land drop, so getting the mana back is good. Oh no. That's a good card. We get a land drop, so we can just cast Acolyte here. Sure, holding it to kick is nice, but I think we'd rather just play it over like a Magna Goth Century. This is probably a Battle Rage Blessing, but... or some sort of other combat trick. Battle Rage Blessing, yep. But there's no real way we can play around that in this deck. Vine Shaper Prodigy. Over Magna Goth Century. We can take Timely or Baloth. Baloth's pretty strong, but they're not going to have any 2-power creatures with King in play, so just Timely. If we swing for 2, that means we can't block King Darien, or else they'll just put a counter. Yeah, just pass. And now if they just swing the Rager, we can block with Loam Speaker and Timely, so... block with Loam. Shrink a bit. And we draw a Worm, cool. So our big beefy creature is looking pretty good. They survey. So they're just gonna get their red mana with this. Hopefully they don't find anything too good. Yep. Cool. So Mace Cavalier, Magna Goth, or Elfhame Worm. Let's slam Elfhame Worm, animate a land. Smack for 5. Loam Speaker. Pretty cool. Pass turn. Yep, they cut that down. Annoying. And arrest the worm. Yikes. Island is fine. Especially now we can double spell here. Although we are going to be hellbent. So we're just at the mercy of the top decks. I probably should have swung the Vine Shaper there. Like, I would have traded it with the Deathloom Gardener any day. That was a misplay. Well, they're just going to start activating King Darien, so smack a bit in the skies. Ooh, yikes. Well, that is a card that they can punish us with. Jeez, I was not expecting Cleaving Skyrider. Well, we're dead. We are so very dead. A Baloth. Take up the shield's nice. Guess that's fine. If we can draw Shauna, maybe we can get us out of this, but... Bog Badger, yikes. I wouldn't even enlist with the Baloth, like, if I would just, like, swing with everything. Since, wouldn't that just be lethal on board if they swung with everything? We'd double block the Baloth, can't block anything else, we take 3 for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, pretty close. Double block here. Give this lifelink and indestructible. Yep. Look out. Okay. There's a chance we get out of this. That's a redraw eventually. But Jesus, Cleaving Skyrider just killed us. Just double block the Magnagoth. Trade like that. I don't hate it. Let's go digging. Llanowar Green Widow? Don't mind if I do. Of course they have Bortuk. Their deck is insane. Just playing all the rares. Well, Raph is nice. I'm not sure how that can save me in this instance. Because I think we're just dead on board. Like, we block here, here, here. We take 3 for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If they just swing all out. Yep. We 100% have to block this and then just chump block Borturk. Just get rid of the Baloth. We have a board wipe in this deck, right? Right? We are... Oh, please don't say they have Urborg Repossession. Yeah, their deck looks amazing. GG's. I'm not sure we can beat this. Welcome to the party, Guardian New Benalia. You're a little late. Well, that was a less than ideal run, but oh well. We won our one game when we just got a bunch of card advantage with Shauna. That's about it. So, all in all, I feel like the deck could have performed a bit better. We just didn't draw when we need to. We're a little removal light, which feels pretty bad. But otherwise, the deck looks fine. It's not amazing. I don't think it might have made it to the top, but I think we did our best with the deck. Not sure there was a better way to build it. Guess maybe play Niall, but I don't feel like it's great in only 3 colors. But if you enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe button. It means a lot to a small channel like me. And I will see you all next time. Have a great day.